In today's video, I am going to be talking to you about the biggest and most underrated tool that basketball players could use to improve their game. And these things really don't cost that much money either. They're aqua bags. There's a bigger one that can go up to about 30 or 40 pounds. And then there's a smaller one that goes up to like 5.5 pounds. This is not a sponsored video at all. These are the tools that I use and I have had great success with basketball players. Other great underrated tools are TRX bands, and we're going to be getting into that very soon. However, right now we're going to be talking to you about these water bags, and this is not a sponsored video. So, what is so great about these tools? Well, first off, what do we need in basketball? We need strength, we need speed, but also we need stability. So, for example, if we're going up for a layup or a dunk, and you get hit and you land kind of awkwardly, you need your stabilizing muscles so that you can actually not injure yourself as easily. And that's what these do. So the most basic thing that you can do with something like this is to keep it tight to your chest. And you go down into a squat. And what you're basically trying to do is to try to keep this water level. By keeping that water level, of course, you're going to be engaging your core. And that is one of the biggest biggest tools that you have, biggest muscle groups that you have that can stabilize yourself either when you're in air or when you land awkwardly. Next is going to be lunges. So again, going down into a lunge, trying to keep that water level is also very, very important. That's going to really help you as a basketball player, again, build your core strength so that you can keep yourself upright and vertical while you're in the air trying to battle through 2 or even 3 defenders. There's even smaller ones like this. Now you can get something like this, which is about 30 bucks, or you can get the Tidal Tank Sphere, which is a bit better. It's a bit bigger, but for younger players, this is where you're generally looking at because it's smaller. And you can do very similar things. What I like to do with this, however, is to try to get players to put their hand in here, keep their palm down, trying to keep that water level. So that now, when we do these lat raises up to our shoulder, we want to try and keep that water level. Now, the idea behind this, especially for younger players, is it's going to be really helping with their shoulder strength and a lot of the stabilizing muscles in the shoulder. So if they do fall and they try to kind of stabilize themselves when they fall, there's more strength all around that shoulder so that they don't injure themselves again as easily. Now, I always like to give a strength workout to pretty much any player. However, when we're starting to talk about younger players like 8-year-old, 9, 10-year-olds, we would start with body weight. We would not be starting with this. When we start getting into like that 10, 11, 12-year-old range, that's when we start getting into lighter versions of these. And the nice thing with these is you can just change the weight yourself by just adding or taking away water. And whatever we do from one side, you also want to do on the other. So, of course, if you, let's say, are right-handed, you would want to do the exact same with the left arm. And I would personally say to start with the left arm as well. And, of course, out to the side as well. And this is a great tool. Something else that we can do as well is to start low like this, try to have our shoulders over our knees, over our toes, looking up, and then trying to snatch it up like this, trying to stabilize it to stop it from moving, and then come back down, and then you can explode back up. And this is really going to be helping, of course, your shoulder, your back, as well as your core. It's going to be engaging everything. And these small ones, even though they're very light for us older people, for younger kids, they work extremely well. Also for younger players, once the younger player understands how to do a lunge properly and we can do walking lunges properly, we can then graduate to doing a walking lunge, keeping the bag on the same side all the way along. And then whatever you do on one side, you want to do on the other because, of course, we're engaging that core on one side. Now, by doing it on the other side, we're engaging it on the other side. Also, if we want to graduate again, keep it over our head, same thing, because now this is going to be engaging that core a lot more. And then we can graduate to one of these bigger ones, again, going down into a lunge, trying to keep that water level all the way along. We can also go down into a squat, lunge, or a squat jump, land on the toes, and try to keep that water level. Squat jump, land, try to keep that water level. Again, engaging the core, a lot of the stabilizing muscles, and that's going to really help you land. We can also go from a squat and keeping it above our head. That's kind of the graduation to the exact same thing. You can do the same thing for lunges too, where you can go down for a lunge jump up, and try to keep that water level. These are just some of the things that you can do with these bags. I personally really enjoy working with them. Another great tool is a TRX band. More videos on that coming out very soon. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.